Welcome, friends, to Awareness Moments with Kyra. This is my live awareness moments on daily, coming at different times. And so welcome to anyone who wishes to kind of explore what's happening with awareness and what ideas are you looking into within yourself to bring yourself to a greater sense of awareness and living from a different way of being. That's really the ultimate goal, is to help bring the inspiration and the calm and the experience of living from that greater awareness. And so it is great to welcome any of you that come through at any moment. Welcome, Jay Neal. Glad you're here. And right now, today, I want to talk about, moving yourself into a place of calm. Hi, Kimberly. Great to see you as well. And I believe someone else came on. But anyway, love you all. Amber came on. Yes, I can't see those little circles very well. What I would like you to know, that as we are in these times of this so much information and so much moving, and having spent so much time in these different kind of environments and experiences of being at home, of being removed from some of the chaos of life in one way, and in another way more exposed to it through media and the various activities, people are really stirred up right now. Welcome, Kimberly and Carol. And so I want to invite you to take a notice just for a moment about how comfortable are you at coming into peace in yourself, of creating a place where you turn within and quiet yourself. Are you creating those quiet moments? Are you giving yourself the release from the busyness of the mind that would keep us in a stirred up, excited state? What happens in that process is that we get stirred up at so many levels. We read information, we see information, the mind starts going, the emotions get involved, and all of a sudden our whole system is operating at this highly tense, stirred up, emotional intensity. Intensity is probably the word, and anything but calm in that moment. Welcome, Keith and Ruthie and George. And so what is it to get out of those intense energies and begin to calm yourself down and live from a place of deeper calm? Because we make better decisions in our lives. We show up differently for ourselves and one another from a place of calm than we do from one that's excited energy. That excited energy can express in many different ways. Welcome, Ramona. Is that it can show up as anxiety of feeling off center, of that anxiousness within us. That, have you felt that, where you literally almost are shaky inside? Right now where there's so many energies moving in this world, and we're having to learn, am I willing to come to the place of calm, and how do I do that for myself? Each of us have our own ways of finding what calms us in a moment. I go sit in my backyard with my feet on the ground in the grass. I watch the squirrels, the birds. I breathe deeply in those moments. I recognize that anxiety is in me, and I literally kind of like gasp it out, because it's not a good feeling. It's an icky feeling when anxiety rises up, or that excited energy. And so I consciously choose to, how do I bring it back down? Because if I go forward from that place, I find that, I'm wobbly. I'm wobbly in how I'm perceiving the world, in how I'm feeling within myself. Even my mind starts getting overactive, and the ideas are not settled and feeling like I have clear guidance within me. I don't hear my guidance fully from that excited state, whether I've hooked in my emotions and my mind, or one or the other. And usually those two kind of go hand in hand. I'm not in a place of harmony and peace. So what I really want to notice is, what do I need to do to come to that place of calm within myself? How do I move that energy. Maybe I need to punch the air and get that energy out. For me, I have found that I have to do something physical. Now, a lot of people, we can do, and that includes, it could be deep breathing, but it does include, I can't just mentally tell myself to calm down. Anybody else? That we tell ourselves, but we don't necessarily do that. I can move into a state of I can at times go into just I'm in that space, right? I can shift my consciousness in a moment. But most of us, what we've done is we've got trapped energy in our physical form as well. And so it's not just asking my mind to get quiet or stepping back in consciousness to where I'm not just identified as my body and my mind, but I actually, to be able to calm that inner storm, then I have to actually physically release. Now, that can be deep breathing. It can be chanting. It can be toning. It can be stomping or running, or it can be dancing for a moment. But I have to do something to move the energy, because otherwise it's so congested in me that I can't seem to get through it to come to the deep calm. I've got the waters all stirred up, and there's still all the different mud and things are stirred up within the water. And even as the surface becomes calm, it takes a while for all of that inside energy to calm down. And so for us to start to recognize, what am I doing to, now let me move that energy out, to physically get it out of my system. Welcome Dave, and welcome Mate and Ramona, I think I said already. And I find that for me, I do have to do something physical. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be difficult, but I need to acknowledge that I have energy running inside of me, and I can't just tell my mind to get quiet. I also have to calm the energies. I have to release those so that I settle back down to the base of my being, to the core of me. And when I do that, then all of a sudden I can let all of it calm. If it's I'll get silly about it, because sometimes it feels like it needs that. I need to get, maybe I need to make faces, growl at the world for a moment. But I think to give ourselves permission, and to laugh at ourselves as we do these things, because laughter is one of the ways that we can move that energy. It's another way you can do it. Watch something that really makes you laugh, and you forget all about all that anxiety, and you begin to actually calm down. It's not, even though we think of laughter as an exciting kind of energy, it can actually calm us down because it's moving that energy out. It's getting those places where it's stuck inside of us. So it could be that I scream, or it might be that I laugh, or it might be that I, dance to my favorite music. Or I might just take deep, deep breaths. I just invite you to find that, are you in a place of calm as you're taking actions in your life, as you're moving forward? Are you going back to that deep calm and giving it enough time? It doesn't take long, but it does take enough time for that, like the sediment, to settle back on the bottom of the pond that's been stirred up. We have to take enough time, enough breaths, and enough moments to get back to that calm, and then we move forward in a very different way, from a place of wholeness, of harmony and peace within us. And I think we need those moments of peace so that we can actually, that our actions are guided from a different knowing within us. We can't quite get to that knowing from an overactive mind or from an overactive emotion in the moment. And so I want to invite you just to find the ways that for you, you're coming into that deep calm again, going back into your deep peace. Do routines that work for you. And some days, I have time, I can go sit out and put my feet on the grass. Maybe I could do it for 10 minutes. Even if that's all I have, something happens and it calms me. If I only have 3 minutes, it still may be calming for me because now I have a routine of that being a place I go and I find that calm. Deep breathing does that for me because I've created a pathway to that being a place of calm for me. So find what your pathway is that you'd like to create. Maybe it's tensing up every one of your muscles and then letting it go and shaking it out. You know, it can be things like that that will help support you in, okay, but do it over and over in the times when you experience that tension, you experience the anxiousness, you experience an overactive mind. Continue to practice the same thing until you find something that really works for you, or you click into that place where you can do it quickly. And it then will, oh, my system knows this is where I'm going into calm. And so it'll go there quickly. But we first have to put the pathway into play. We have to create that, like really practicing it over and over again. What I know is that we are all being called to find the ways to release those excited energies, those agitated energies, the irritation, the frustration, and instead go back to that place of deep calm. Settle not just the surface, but let the sediment fall and begin to then go, now I can take the next indicated right action. God bless you, friends. Have a fabulous day. I love you all. Oh, yeah, I didn't say welcome to Nyla and Elaine and Robin.